It would be fair to say that when Alessandro Garnacho started to break through in the team not long after you arrived, you had a few words with him about his attitude, and indeed so did Bruno Fernandes. But there's been a massive transformation to me and to many outsiders, to his attitude and to the way he's developed as a player. Can you talk about that? Can you talk about how he's developed into this budding star that he is now?
Yeah, I think it was necessary, but I would say when you are young, and that's normal, when young, when you grow into adult and you grow into, say, more senior, and football players already has to become very quick adult. You have to take a lot of responsibility, yeah, and you have to know that. But you have to learn that, how you do that, and that's a process. And I think, yeah, he's on a good way. He's in a very good direction in that on that way, and he knows in the meantime what it takes, and also why it's necessary, why you need that standard to be to act as a team to a good level, that you achieve the right levels, that you keep the focus, and that's not only about you, it's about team, and it's about that you have to contribute to the team, and of course in that range he needs a player like you mentioned Bruno, you mentioned Garnacho. They need certain freedom, but also with the freedom there belongs a responsibility. You can never separate this, because in the end of the day it's about winning football games, and winning football games you need reliable players. But such players, like I just mentioned, especially the ones who are creative, who have also play from intuition, and so you have to give them the freedom, but they have to take the responsibility. And if they make that step, yeah, then they are very valuable for team winning.
So it sounds to me like he's really earned your trust, and possibly the trust of his captain and his older teammates as well.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Steve.
Erik, there's always a lot of noise around United, and particularly this fixture. You know, the narrative this time is that over the next couple of weeks, Liverpool, you played them twice, they could end your season, but you look quite relaxed at the moment. Do you trust your players to save the season for you?
I think we have to save the season. But yeah, we know we have to catch up in the Premier League. And now we have an opportunity, and we are to win silverware. And the only opportunity is the FA Cup, and yeah, so we are only away 3 wins, but yeah, are big games, and we have to play our best. So yeah, Sunday it's a test for us, but we like the test, we like the challenging, and you know, we can be till certain range, we can be relaxed because we believe in ourselves. But on Sunday we have to prove.
Jeremy. Hi, Erik. So last season you did really well. You won a trophy, got to a final, finished 3rd. This season has been very difficult. All the injuries, the off-field stuff with Anthony and Jadon Sancho, etc. Did you think all of this season has actually shown a different side to your management? So if you're Sir Jim and Sir Dave Brailsford doing a structural review of the club, they'll see that this is a manager here who can deal with, you know, really difficult times and still sort of progress the side.
Yeah. As a manager, I know it's not only going up. Sometimes you have setbacks, and we have had a lot of setbacks this season. But yeah, you can look always to the bigger picture. And I know when the injuries are back, and we had them back, you already see we increased the level, we increased our performances, the results went better. Now also we lose again some players, but I think we are more consistent. We learned something about it, but also yeah, it learns. Also we need more players in the squad who can contribute, and so that would be the next step to achieve more consistent levels. And as you see, we are not that far away from the top 4. So even so, when you have a little bit more depth in the squad, then already you should get more points.
So, I mean, obviously you want to win all the time, but if you're not winning all the time, can the adversity actually help you grow as a side and a club and a manager, the sort of tough times in the long run?
Of course, it's about sticking together. You have to face it together. Make sure we are always on one page together. And yeah, it's always, around Manchester United, as you say, there will always be noise. Don't get distracted from it. Know together where we are going. So what is the project, but also what is the process, and that everyone knows why are we in the position where we are, and how can we improve it, and then have the attitude, always give your best, every day deliver, and then finally you will achieve your aims and your goals.
Last question, Nathan.
Hi Erik. Manchester United beat Liverpool to the signing of Mason Mount. There was a lot of interest in him in the summer, but he's had lots and lots of setbacks. What conversations have you had with him? Have you seen this week a motivation from him to be a key player between now and the end of the season?
I'm convinced he will be, and he didn't have the chance to prove this point, but he will be a very good player for Manchester United, and it's really unfortunate. It's really disappointing for him, but also for us when you have such a class player in your middle and you can't play him. He had 3 injuries, as we all know, so he didn't any time came in a rhythm. But I'm sure when he is fit and he will play and he will get into that rhythm, then he will contribute to a successful Manchester United, I'm sure.